So today we are visiting with Amy from Dakota Guardianship, which is a nonprofit in South Dakota.
Yes.
Now, Amy, I don't know a lot about this nonprofit, so you're gonna have to fill me in, and
Okay.
we'll just start off with a little bit about you and sort of how this nonprofit came to be.
Sure. So I've been kind of in the line of business of just sort of helping people, for many years, and worked in a hospital setting before, and had some knowledge of, just people's needs, right? And that there's a missing component in the community of when people discharge from the hospital and they go home, what happens then? So we sort of kind of came around to just the thought of how do we help these people either succeed at home or get in the appropriate level of care. And so we went out in the community and just started networking and working with individuals, a lot of veterans and stuff, trying to help fill that void. When people ask us what we do, we say, well, what don't we do? Because we sort of fill in where if you had an aging family member that was struggling or needed to get into a higher level of care, couldn't stay home anymore, those types of things, that's sort of what we do. So we do everything from helping people discharge from the hospital to a safe, an environment, whether it's home with support or going into assisted living or skilled nursing.
Okay.
We help disposition property if people don't have the mindset or the wherewithal to, sell their home to pay for their care, or sell their vehicles or things like that to pay for their care. We help with those types of things.
Okay.
We coordinate care between physicians. As people age, they're seeing a lot of different doctors, and sometimes people don't talk to one another, so we make sure the rheumatologist knows what the cardiologist is doing and what the primary care is doing to make sure that they're all kind of on the same page for those cares. Basically everything that a person needs in order to lead a fulfilling life as they age.
So you're like connecting all the dots for these folks, essentially.
Correct. Yeah, so we do charge an hourly fee, and we're a private pay. We don't take insurance, but we offer a sliding scale based on a person's needs, and we also do fundraise to make sure that we're meeting the mark for those individuals that need help but don't have the ability to pay. So we offer fundraising opportunities on our website and our Facebook page. We're also in the process of kind of doing some fundraising things in the community, so we'll roll some of that out hopefully later this year.
Okay.
So we help with funding sources. We help to make sure that, like, if someone's a veteran, we look to try to get them a place in a home that's VA contracted, so they'll pay for those. We also help people who have long-term care insurance. We explore all of those avenues and spend people down for Medicaid, because Medicaid will, pay for housing for people that need it. So we'll work through that spend down and get them qualified for Medicaid as well to make sure that meeting the mark on the financial obligation.
Yeah.
We're pretty much across the whole state.
Wow. Well, I feel like this is good information for people to know, as like my generation is, our parents are aging, and we have to start, and you don't want to be like, you have to go into a home,
Right.
nobody wants to do that. So
Yeah.
what you're offering, that sounds like really amazing.
Yeah, and we help a lot of people kind of make that transition. As you said, I don't want to tell my parents it's not safe for them to be home anymore. So it's nice to have somebody that doesn't have a history or background to come in and say, okay, here's a plan. Also, even if people don't engage our services, but they're just like, how do I manage this? We are certainly happy to take those phone calls and kind of give people a roadmap, like, this is what we would do. So even if you don't say, hey, can you jump in and do this, we can still say, this is what steps we would take to make it happen for your family member. So,
okay.
Yeah.
Well, then, how would people get a hold of you?
We have an office number, and we also have a website, dakotaguardian.org, Facebook page, also Dakota Guardianship and Advocacy.
All right. I think we got it. Thank you, Amy.
All right.